Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Mark and Oreo. This is, I guess, our brunch weekend because we're making another amazing, delicious brunch recipe for you. Right, Oreo? And Oreo absolutely loves whenever I make eggs because he gets to get some of my eggs. So Oreo's really excited about today. So this is going to be a multiple step process. I'm going to make an egg sausage sandwich that you've never ever heard of, never ever tasted, and it's beyond amazing. So we're going to start with chicken sausage because we're going to avoid pork today. These are chicken sausage, sweet Italian chicken sausages, and you're going to cut them up into little pieces because we're going to pan fry them a little bit. As you can see inside, the sausage has some red peppers and green peppers inside. So that should give it some nice flavor too, but we're gonna add definitely some seasonings. So if anyone would like to be a guest star in Cooking with Mark and Oreo to teach me how to cut, I can Zoom you in the middle of a video that I'm doing, and you can show me some cutting skills and we can practice together. So that's just putting it out there. All right, so I have a pan heated on a low to medium, and I'm gonna put the sausages. And I added a little bit of olive oil because chicken sausage doesn't give you the grease that a regular Italian sausage will give you. We need a little bit of that grease to cook the other stuff later, which you'll see. So I'm just gonna, and we're gonna cook that in the pan for about 5 to 7 minutes. You're gonna take 6 scallions, which are green onions, and you're gonna chop those up. And I'm making a mess, but I'm gonna add it. I have 2 cups of diced potatoes, like hash brown potatoes. You can get them in the frozen section at the grocery store. And this is all gonna cook together, so I'm gonna put that in there. And they also have a 1/3 cup of red peppers, a 1/3 of a cup of green peppers, a 1/3 of a cup of white onions. Let's put those up there. And then we also have a few cloves of garlic. I can't even say that word. Cloves of garlic. I'm going to add in there. I didn't measure the garlic because I love garlic. And you can toss it around, but you're going to mix it in the pan when you fry it up. So let's go check on our sausage. All right, so we're going to fry that for about another 3 or 4 minutes. So I'll see you back here in a few minutes when we cook the vegetables. It's been about 5 to 7 minutes. You don't want to overcook it anyways because the chicken sausage is fully cooked. We're going to transfer it to this plate. But you don't want to get the grease out of there because we're going to use that to cook our veggies. But again, it didn't produce that much oil. So I'm going to return all that to the pan, and I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil. And I'm doing that just because the chicken sausage, again, doesn't give me that much oil. And now I'm going to add my veggies. And you want to cook that for about 5 to 7 minutes. You want to cook it till the veggies are soft. So you want to continually stir it throughout the process to make sure it doesn't burn and the veggies get nice and soft and crisp. Now that your veggies have cooked for a little bit, they're still cooking, you want to add a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. And you don't want to add too much seasonings because we are going to do a cream sauce to go over the eggs. So you want to keep cooking this until the potatoes are tender, but probably another 3 or 4 minutes. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, while the vegetables are still cooking over there, you want to cut the sausage into small pieces. So they're more like bite-sized pieces like that. And you want to do that to all the sausages. And I'm going to give Oreo a little piece since it's cooled off. Oh. You can see that they're starting to brown. I'm just going to taste one here. So the veggies are nice and soft. So I'm going to add the diced up sausage to it. And make sure it's well blended before I take it off the heat. And I'm going to leave the heat on while I get a pan to cook the eggs, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I have 8 eggs. I'm going to add a little bit of cream. And just a little salt. And a little pepper. I'm not going to add too much seasonings because there's going to be a lot of flavor in this dish. And then you just want to whisk the eggs together before we fry them up. Alright, so I'm going to bring them over to the pan. I just have a little bit of melted butter in the pan. Once you start seeing the bubbles, that's a good time to start mixing them a little bit. A little too soon. You can let it bubble a little bit more. As you can see, we're coming up to the end of the eggs. They're nice and fluffy. That's the kind of eggs you want, nice and fluffy eggs. To make a nice, you're gonna see the surprise sandwich I'm gonna make you. We have some fresh croissants. Now we have our eggs. We have sausage and pepper mix, but chicken sausage. And now we're gonna make the cream sauce that's gonna go over the sandwich. So for the cream sauce, you're gonna take a half a cup of half and half, a cup of salsa verde, half a teaspoon of cumin, and a half a teaspoon of oregano. And then you're gonna whisk that all together. Let me taste how that tastes. Oh, it's got a nice little kick to it. Perfect for the sandwiches. All right, I'll see you back here in a little while when we're ready to make our sandwiches. Say bye, Oreo. Say see you in a little while. Hey, you want another piece of sausage? There you go. Good boy for being helpful. All right, now we're ready to assemble our sandwiches. I have some croissants here. I'm going to add some of the sausage mix. And that's okay if you get a little messy. Then you can add a little bit of your fluffy scrambled eggs. And then you're going to top it off with some shredded Gruyere cheese. And depending on how many sandwiches you want to make, that's pretty much it. And then we'll add the sauce at the end. Alright, so there's our finished sandwiches. Now we're going to bake it in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes. You just want to keep an eye on it. Once the cheese is melted, you'll see when to take them out. So I'd say 5 to 7 minutes at 350. Alright, I'll see you back in 5 to 7 minutes. Alright, so our sandwiches are ready to come out the oven. Actually, I'm going to put them in a couple more minutes because it looks like actually, no, it's good. Alright, so here's our finished product. And now the last thing we're going to do is add some of the salsa verde sauce to the sandwich. And voila. I'm going to take a bite of that in a minute. Alright, now let's try this bad boy. This looks amazing. That is the most incredible breakfast sandwich I've ever had. We don't have a name for it yet, so I'm gonna come up with a creative name because you have sausage, peppers, onions, some scrambled eggs on a homemade croissant with a salsa verde sauce. Thank you. We'll see you back in another time. Thank Oreo. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, show some love. Easy to make sandwich, tastes amazing. Till next time.